What's going on, guys? United Gaming back with another MLB The Show 21 video, and in today's video we are going to be kind of predicting the new postseason program awards. So if you did not know, this is going to be for wild card program debuts, the first postseason flashbacks 2021. It says it's a program. I don't know if there's going to be a pack, if there's going to be 2 cards per player, or per team I should say. I don't know what it is. But what I do know is that we are at least getting 4 cards for each of the wildcard teams, the Yankees, Red Sox, Cardinals, and Dodgers, based off of the game that was played on the field and how the players performed. So before we even get into it, I want you guys to say what you think and if I'm right or wrong and who you guys think is going to be getting each one in the comment section down below. Anyway, let's get into it. We're going to start with the first losing team, the New York Yankees. Boy, did it pay me to say that. I got 2 people for both the AL wildcards because I also watched the entire game. I didn't really watch the entire Cardinals-Dodgers, so I don't know as much, but I also am much more confident on that one than I am on this one. So first one is going to be Clay Holmes. I'm going to throw the card art on the screen. I think it looks pretty nice. I don't think they're going to use this actual card art, but I like it. Anyway, Clay Holmes, he had a good outing coming out of relief of Garrett Cole. I think he pitched 1.2 innings, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to check the box score again. You know, double check I'm right. And no, he pitched 2 full innings. He had a strikeout, and basically he very well relieved Garrett Cole. So that's why he's here. I mean, you can obviously put some other guys, but obviously Clay Holmes came out of the bullpen and probably did the best job, except for maybe Chad Green. I don't think Clay Holmes allowed a base runner. He only allowed 1 hit. So Clay Holmes did good, relieving Garrett Cole, who only played 2 innings. Garrett Cole was bad. He was bad. So Clay Holmes came in. He did his job, did what he needed to do, he delivered. So that's why I think he could get a card, and we're going to be getting into the comparison card. And that comparison card is going to be Garrett Richards. This Garrett Richards card is going to have decent stamina, probably not as high as 50, but he's going to have good hits per 9, pretty good Ks per 9. The control's likely going to be lower, closer to like 70 or 65. It's going to be a lot lower control, but the velo and break is going to be insane, and the break is just going to be nasty. He's going to have a similar pitch mix too. He's probably only going to have 4-seam slider sinker. He's only going to have probably 3 pitches because that's kind of all he throws. But yeah, that sinker is going to be insane. Maybe it might even be a 2-seamer, but the break on that thing is ridiculous. So if the MLB The Show finds a way to do that in game, man, oh man, could that be the best pitch in the game. So Garrett Richards, Clay Holmes, pretty similar teams who played against each other. Next is going to be the New York Yankees. And I'm not, I said next going to be New York Yankees, but we're still on the New York Yankees. You guys know what I meant. Anyway, what I meant to say was the next guy for the New York Yankees is Giancarlo Stanton, who had 2 home runs robbed because of the dumb wall out there. Besides that, he went 3 for 4 with a home run and an RBI. So he was easily the best Yankees player. And I'm a little bit more confident he'll get it from Clay Holmes, but I wouldn't be surprised if Holmes gets it either. Stanton absolutely popped off. Could have had like a really better card if he hit the 2 home runs that just missed because of the monster, the stupid monster out there. He would probably have a 99 overall, but I still think he'll have a high card, and on this it says 99 overall because that's better for the thumbnail. Anyway, going into my comparison, I'm going to be doing actually a lefty comparison, and that is going to be David Ortiz. Now, when I was thinking about this comparison, I was 100% looking at hitting. I didn't look at fielding. Fielding's going to be around a 70-ish. 70 for everything. I did not look at fielding. Speed, not going to be great. If we go and look at Stanton's live series card real quick, which is a left fielder, and it is actually a diamond. Forgot about that. He's got about 60 speed, 70 fielding, so he's going to have something like that. Vision's probably going to be a little lower too than Ortiz's, but when it comes to hitting stats, I feel like this is exactly what we're going to get. It might be a little lower on each one, but the 125 power is basically guaranteed. He's going to have great stats against righties because he was facing righties every single time he got an at-bat, and he'll obviously still get some good lefty stats as well, because that would just be ridiculous if he got 0 lefty stats because he didn't face a lefty. That would just be weird. Anyway, I spent enough time on my Yankees. Let's go into the Red Sox, aka the team I hate for this. So, first guy is going to be Nathan Eovaldi, who is not a huge surprise to anyone. He had a great outing against the Yankees, and it's very disappointing. It went 5 and a third inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 earned run, and 8 strikeouts. And my comparison for that card is going to be, first of all, we're going to take a look at his 86 overall player of the month, so you can get an idea of the pitch mix. This is probably the exact same pitch mix we're going to get for his other card. But into the comparison, it is going to be this Walter Johnson card that we got here. 102 hits per 9. Hits per 9 is going to be great, but the Ks per 9 is going to be through the charts around 120-ish. It's going to be great hits per 9, Ks per 9. It's not going to be probably that high, but it's going to be good. He'll probably have good control as well. He didn't give up any walks. I think that's majority of the Yankees' fault because they suck. Obviously, stamina is going to be lower. Probably the velo or break is going to be lower, and the control is going to be lower. And the home run per 9 is going to be lower. But besides that, Walter Johnson, I'm basically looking at hits in Ks per 9, and that's really the important stat here. I think the hits in Ks per 9 will be very similar, probably around 102, 115, somewhere in that range. So, yeah, Nathan Eovaldi, he'd be a good shot for a card. And my other Red Sox is going to be Alex Verdugo, who he had a clutch double, I believe it was, that knocked in 2 runs. And besides that, he had 2 hits, 3 RBIs. And yeah, he basically was clutch for the Red Sox. Even though Schwarber and Bogaerts both hit bombs, I don't think either of them are getting cards. I think it's because they already both have one. I think Verdugo is going to get a boosted one if it's not Eovaldi. And my comparison is going to be this MVP George Brett card. Great contact against righties, not bad against lefties. Good and pretty good power as well. You know, vision's going to be way lower, but I think the fielding and the speed is going to be very similar. I'm actually going to take a look at Verdugo's live series card, which I believe is a right fielder. It might be a left field card. I'm not quite sure, so you're going to have to admire the card art while I go look for his live series card. Is it a center fielder? I can't find it. Yeah, it's a center field card. So if we take a look at it, yep, great contact versus righties is obviously going to have some power, and the defense is going to be pretty stellar as well with mid-of-the-road speed. I feel like I did a really good comparison there with George Brett. So take a look at Verdugo's stats, and then we'll go take a look at Brett's stats, which is basically a boosted version of Verdugo. Maybe the contact and stuff versus lefties is lower, and the lefty stats are just garbage. But besides that, even if the lefty stats are garbage, right stats are going to be great. Definitely solid bench out with his swing. All right, moving on to the National League because I've ranted enough about the American League. Next, we have the one guy and one guy only for the Cardinals I can see, and that is Adam Wainwright. Here's the Signature Series card. Yeah, I didn't show you the card art, but we'll do that in a second. And then we'll go into comparison. So Adam Wainwright, great outing. I think he went 5 2/3 innings, if I'm not mistaken. No, he went 5 1/3, just as Eovaldi. He basically had a very similar start than him. It's just slightly less strikeouts. And the comparison I'm going to be making is Clayton Kershaw, the 99 overall. Probably similar, a little lower stamina, but hits in Ks per 9 on the money. Pretty good control, not perfect control. And, you know, pitch mix is going to be basically the same as his 96 over here. But the big thing's going to be like control. Home runs per 9 is going to be a little lower. Give up a bomb. Break is going to be pretty low. The velo is going to be the break is going to be high, and the velo is going to be low. I kind of just tripped over my words there. My bad. But basically, Kershaw, Wainwright, very similar pitchers. I just see this being a kind of clone card. Slightly worse, of course, because these are just wild card cards, and they're not like insane cards, but still, nonetheless. Anyway, come for the Dodgers. The obvious one is Chris Taylor. I love this card art. I feel like the card art is insane. He hit a walk-off home run to end the game. I think this card looks really nice, and if anyone's going to be a 99, it's going to be him or Stanton. Here is his All-Star Game card, and I expect it to be very similar to this, except switch the righty and lefty stats a little bit, and probably boost them a little bit, because he did a home run off Alex Reyes. And my comparison is going to be parallel 5 Mike Trout, obviously probably not as good. Defense is going to be the same. I can see the hitting actually being pretty much the exact same, but the speed's going to be a little lower. And also keep in mind I have his card parallel 5. So it's going to be a little different, but definitely normal Mike Trout is basically what you expect with the Chris Taylor card. So I'm not going to rant anymore. If you did find this video helpful, please let me know your predictions. I'm going to try and do this for every single one of the postseason series. After the division series, I'm going to try and make another prediction, and for wildcard. And we're going to throw all the card art on the screen again so you can get a good look at them. They're just beautiful. Why would you not want to look at them again? Anyway, I'm MLB Gaming. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for watching.